Hi, it's Mike from Health Newswires. Recently, Harvard nutrition expert Walter Willett blamed the food industry for exploiting children and contributing to the obesity rates seen in this country. Stay tuned. At the end of this report, I'm going to show you a great resource to combat obesity and to get your family on track for healthy eating and a healthy lifestyle. So, Harvard nutrition expert Walter Willett blamed much of America's obesity epidemic on the ultra-competitive food industry, and specifically the food researchers themselves who have mastered the taste, packaging, and marketing of processed, unhealthy, and inexpensive foods. As you know or may not know, the number of children considered obese in America is now at 17%. And 5% are now classified as severely obese, which means they have a body mass index over the number of 30, some stretching to the number 50, which is just staggering. The dietary habits of people are set often very early in life, often in the first decade or 10 years of life. Knowing this information, food marketing executives have created advertising campaigns aimed at the most impressionable and susceptible population, our children. Willett and other nutrition experts point to what they call a perfect storm of reasons that contribute to the obesity rates we're seeing now in this country. Experts attribute easy access to unhealthy foods, a failure of personal willpower, an unhealthy food environment, changing eating habits, and watching TV while eating as major contributors to the obesity epidemic we see today. The amount of television and computer usage appears to have a direct correlation with obesity. The more time kids spend in front of a computer or a television, the fatter children tend to become. Of particular interest, although obesity rates have risen dramatically over the last 30 years, experts were quick to point out that sedentary lifestyle and genetics have little influence on obesity. For evidence, they point to people being just as active today as they were 30 years ago. They're placing blame for obesity squarely on the change in the foods Americans eat. And that means larger portion sizes, increased consumption of carbohydrates, energy drinks, sugar, and salt. All of these are contributing to the drastic weight gains we're seeing. Experts recommend a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and nuts. And according to Harvard researcher Dr. Mazafarian, who's an associate professor of epidemiology at Harvard, we tend to focus a lot on the foods we shouldn't eat, and we need to start focusing on the foods that are good to eat. Speaking of that, I told you in the beginning of this video, here's a great resource. It's called the Family Friendly Fat Burning Meals Program, and this is a great resource to show you the way to get rid of the foods that are making your family fat. Obviously, the food industry does not want you to know this, but this resource provides you fat-burning ingredients to include every meal. The family-friendly fat-burning meals provides instant access to 110 fat-burning meal recipes and 8 weeks of dinner menus and grocery lists. So you can click on the link to take advantage of this great resource, and I hope your family benefits tremendously from it. This is Mike from Health Newswires. Thanks for listening.